Welcome to Studio G's weekly recap, where I'll sit down with the journalists who shot this week's top stories. Studio G starts right now. Welcome to today's edition of Studio G's magazine show. I'm your host for this week, Becca Dimmick. Joining me today are Asley Maslow, who told us about a local couple who spent thousands of dollars to get their air conditioner fixed. Sherelle Moore, the reporter that told us how we could get involved with a walk with a lot of meaning behind it, and Monica Madrano, who showed us the accomplishments of our very own UNLV nursing school. Today, we start on an important note, as Las Vegas is not the place you want to go without air conditioning. But one Vegas couple almost had to because they got ripped off. Check it out.
A lot of people, all they think about is themselves. I don't.
Ed Plant devotes his life to helping others, providing food for the homeless and those in need.
People need help.
But this time, Ed needed help.
We got ripped off, you might say.
He spent thousands of his retirement on a new AC and heating unit that never worked, and the contractor who installed it wouldn't return his calls.
I thought we'd go all winter long with no heat, you know.
But when 3 local companies found out what happened, they came to Ed and Patty's rescue. Blake Ballard with Sahara Air.
Really felt that we needed to do something to help them out.
Tom Anderson of Anderson Mechanical Air.
It's kind of a karma thing. What comes around goes around.
And Northern Cranes joined forces to get them a new unit and install it free of charge.
These guys, they're a godsend.
An act of kindness, leaving Ed and Patty.
Oh my God! There's no
comparison
question
there.
about that at all.
Yeah, there's,
oh my God!
Lost for words.
Because that's a lot of money to keep on throwing out.
Now, Ed and Patty plan to get back to the work of helping others, and hope their story inspires others to get back too.
So I guess it is true that what goes around comes around. Luckily, the couple were able to get the right people to do the job for them. A quick note about mobile homes: you actually need a special license to install AC units to them. So if you live in a mobile home, make sure to ask for that license before letting someone do the job, because you may not get as lucky as these two did. So how did you find out about this story? Like, what made you want to do it?
Well, Ed and Patty, they actually do a ton of charity work. They're both retired. So literally like all day, every day, all they do is help with like Foursquare, and they help carry food around, and they have like a huge pantry that they like give out, and they're just constantly like during that interview, Ed's phone went off like 3 times of different like people like asking him for help, and he like answered all of them. So they're just like a really great couple, so it's good to see people giving back.
Of course.
And then back to them.
Yeah, that's nice for sure. I could only imagine not having air conditioning in like Vegas in the summer. That would be awful.
No, especially after spending all that money and then it doesn't even work.
No.
So what was wrong with their old unit? It was just old and needed to be replaced?
Yeah, I guess their old unit basically broke down, but then the one that they got was too big for their mobile home, because you do need a special license to know how to put it with a mobile home. And since the ducts are different size than houses, the air conditioning unit was too big, so it never worked for their house. But then the first company wouldn't replace it. It just didn't work, and they wouldn't fix it for them.
That blows my mind that there's like no warranty or anything, that they just wouldn't like honor it or
Yeah,
they could.
it's crazy. I mean, like he said, they got ripped off.
That's so, and I bet you that happens so frequently here. Like,
Probably.
they're probably not the only ones that that's happened to. I bet it happens a lot.
I mean, I'm sure just because there was a story on them doesn't mean that it doesn't happen all the time. I mean, that company's still out there, so.
Do you know how often they say you need to replace your air conditioning units?
I know they say that if it's 12 years, you should replace it. So every 12 years.
I wonder how often people actually do replace them, because you know we all have ACs, especially being in here in Vegas. You have to have your heat and you have to have you know your air in the summer and everything, but I feel like that's something that's not really known. I mean, even in my house, I was telling someone earlier that just my air filter was so stuck and you have to clean that every season, and the people I rent from were like, oh, we've never even changed the filter in like 10 years. So
That's crazy.
I think it's bad because I feel like people, they honestly just like forget about it, like that they have to like change it. Like I know like everybody's probably guilty of that.
I feel like it's not that they forget, maybe they just don't know, because
That too.
like I guess I'm not aware of the proper steps I have to take care of my air conditioning unit.
I mean, it's not something you think about. You're just like, oh, I just turn it on and turn it off. And
Yeah, but it actually does save you money to have an up-to-date air conditioning unit.
I can
So.
imagine. Yeah. Well, coming up after the break, Sherelle Moore takes us on a walk that grants wishes for children. We'll be right back.
My show is called Window on the Middle East, and it deals with all the issues that deal with the Middle East. Middle East is a very important part of the world. I grew up in America, and yet I'm from the Middle East. It's a commoner's viewpoint based on experience as well as scholarship. My name is Shervin Mushuri. I'm the host of the talk show Window on the Middle East at the rebelhd2.com.
The name of my show is called Perfect Music Radio. The music that I play is pop music, alternative music, a little bit of R&B, and just a drop of hip hop. Giving information about what's going on in today's society, technology, entertainment, not just in the community, but outside of the community. You're listening to Perfect Music Radio with me, Lily, right here on 91.5 The Rebel HD2.
Welcome back. The Make-A-Wish Foundation is known for making dreams come true. But do you know about the many ways that you could get involved? Reporter Sherelle Moore shows you how.
The Make-A-Wish Foundation of Southern Nevada is giving you something to smile about.
So this is our annual Walk for Wishes. This is actually the 14th year that we've done this event. We raised just about $300,000. The money that's donated goes directly to funding wishes and making dreams come true.
Volunteers and participants got to fundraise for the kids.
So today we were actually volunteering with our Key Club at our high school. And here at the service event, we were just setting up the event and setting down the event. And we were just cheering on runners to make sure that they were motivated and inspired throughout the week.
We do 2 main events a year, this one and our fashion show luncheon.
The Make-A-Wish charity grants wishes to children who are bedridden with life-threatening illnesses. The charity puts on many events yearly to bring awareness to their cause. UNLV students can even get involved without stepping too far away from campus.
We have a Wishmakers on Campus program, which is college students giving back and making wishes come true, which is something that UNLV can get involved with if they want.
This walk may be over, but don't worry, there are still tons of ways that you can get involved with Make-A-Wish.
So the easiest way to volunteer is to go to our website. That's www.snv.wish.org. There's different ways that you can help and donate your time there. You can be a wish granter, you can be an airport greeter, you can do office work. We have events types of volunteering as well. There's always something to do with Make-A-Wish.
Reporting for Studio G, I'm Sherelle Moore.
There's always a way to make wishes come true.
You can visit snv.wish.org to get more information about Make-A-Wish and to learn how you can volunteer. So did you actually participate in the walk?
Yes, I did. So it was a 5K, and it was at Town Square. It was like a lot of fun. Like pretty much what they did is they like made a route that was like wrapped around the little mall, and then like you went over like the freeway and stuff like that, and then you had to like walk it back. So it was like pretty cool, and there was about 2,500 participants in it, and they raised $300,000, which is 15% more than they raised last year.
Wow.
Who did you do that walk with?
I did it with my mom. We like both like love Make-A-Wish, like it's like our favorite charity. So we're gonna try to make it like an annual thing.
That's really cool.
Is this your first walk that you've done, or?
This is the first walk that I've done for Make-A-Wish, but then I also like love just doing walks in general. Like I did like the breast cancer walk, and then like I do like other walks and everything, because like, you know, they're like a great way to like give back to charity and everything, and then like also like get some exercise while you're doing it.
For sure. It's a fun way to get involved and stay active. So I'm always confused though, because it says it's like a 5K, but it's not a race. Like
it's not like a
people aren't
race,
running.
but people were running during it. Like you had the option to run or walk. They let the like runners go first and everything. Like some people like finished that like super fast.
But there's no prize for first.
Yeah,
first
but there's no
place.
like prize or anything.
Like it's a marathon or a contest or something. Do you have any personal experience with Make-A-Wish other than doing these walks or anything like that?
Well, like I said, I love the charity and everything. Like I know a few kids that are like with Make-A-Wish and everything, so that's why like I love like doing stuff for them and everything. Like I know a few of the wish granters and everything. Like I haven't like done any of the wish granting yet, but like hopefully like soon. Like since we have like a UNLV chapter, like hopefully I can get involved with that stuff too.
What were some of the other stuff that you did with Make-A-Wish?
So like some other things that I did with Make-A-Wish is like I went to like the hospitals with like some of the wish granters and everything. Like I knew a girl like personally, like she made a wish. She always wanted to be like a singer. So she made a wish to have like a recording studio, which was really cool. That's cool. Yeah, and then like they like give wishes for like vacations and everything.
It's always so interesting to me that
like it's a really great cause.
Yeah, the fun stuff that these kids are getting for such a good cause. And coming up after the break, Monica Medrano takes us to the 50-year anniversary of the nursing school at UNLV. Stay with us.
Sunday evening jazz. I mainly play a lot of contemporary jazz music from the 1960s up until about 2012, 2013. When I go on, just explain who it was, the name of the song, the name of the artist, maybe the name of the album, their career. I just hope that everybody enjoys it and appreciate it for the kind of music it is and how great it is. My name is Sam, and I host Sunday Evening Jazz on the rebelhd2.com.
Through our events, we promote that we are a national service fraternity. We do service to our campus, to our community, to our college, and to our nation as participating citizens. Our cardinal principles are leadership, friendship, and service, and that you can have a great time helping out your local community and your college. We are the Alpha Zeta Upsilon chapter of Alpha Phi Omega, a national co-ed service fraternity.
Teach for America is an opportunity to inspire children to be the best they can be.
When I grow up, I want to be an actor. When I grow up, I want to be a police officer.
Give Nevada a brighter future by enriching our children's lives and inspiring them to achieve their greatest potential.
When I grow up, I'll be a scientist. When I grow up, I want to be a lawyer. When I grow up, I want to be a paramedic.
It really does make an impact in their future.
You can apply online at teachforamerica.org.
Thanks for staying with us. The UNLV School of Nursing is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year and will be commemorated in several different ways. Reporter Monica Medrano spoke to the current and former deans of the school.
The School of Nursing's golden anniversary has come a long way since its implementation and has a lot to celebrate.
One series of events is to involve our very first graduates, and we're fortunate in that a number of them still live in the area. So we are highlighting them at some of the sporting events.
We have had, in celebration, students come back and tell us their stories over the years, and we're able to look at some of those in terms of passing them around in the School of Nursing and sharing those with our community partners. I think it speaks a lot when they're willing to come back and participate at some of the sporting events and participate in the gala dinner. It means they care, they're still engaged, they're proud of their school, and I think that's a great start to some of our new graduates who will see at some of those functions that You do go through the School of Nursing and you come out well prepared to have a long career and come back and tell other people about it.
Dean Yuha says the school prides themselves on their well above average rate of passing for the national licensing exam.
We've had area hospitals and other clinical agencies specifically recruit our students to go and work there.
The online graduate program is also ranked 6th in the nation. Another technological advancement is the Clinical Simulation Center.
It is a remarkable facility, but we share it with 2 other schools, which gives us the ability to do far more than we would ever have dreamt possible if we were just working by ourselves. Teaching students that in that setting allows them to make mistakes there and get them corrected there rather than in a hospital with real live patients. So it's been remarkable.
Both Dean Yuha and Carolyn Sabo look forward to future advancements in the school.
It's a very exciting time for us with lots and lots of opportunities.
Reporting for Studio G, I'm Monica Medrano.
For information regarding the anniversary and the ways to get involved, visit unlv.edu/nursing/50th. So I really like this story. I think that it's really cool. My mom graduated from the nursing school and my brother's graduating from it too. Like, I feel like maybe I missed my calling in my family by going a different route, but this is really cool that it's exciting.
I learned a lot, being able to talk to them about the different things that were going on. The very first graduating class is going to be honored at all of the commencements. They're going to be involved in a lot of the sporting events, and it actually grew from its implementation. It was originally just a program, and it now grew into a college. So it's grown a lot, and it was really cool to be able to talk about that. And they seemed like they were trying to recruit me too. They're like, "Do you want to change your major?"
That's, well, why wouldn't we want to? Everybody, the medical industry, we're always going to need people. So I feel like people are always going to be sick. There's always going to be jobs in the medical industry. And this nursing school, it's exciting to see how far it's come. So were you, when you were filming it, were you able to get everything you needed, or did you have any problems doing it? Or?
Actually, right before I filmed this, I had sent them the person that set it up, I had sent them some prompts that I was going to talk about, and I wanted to touch on the medical school since, we've spent a lot of time talking about that, and, President Jessup's been talking about it. It's been a big topic around the Valley, the new implementation of the medical school, and I was told to stay away from that topic, which I thought was crazy because why wouldn't the nursing school have something to do with the nursing school? So I thought that was kind of interesting, and ethically I kind of battled for a couple of days of what I should do, whether or not I should ask. And when I did ask, they were kind of nervous about it because I just kind of threw it in and was like, "Who's excited about the medical school?" And they kind of just laughed a little bit, and they gave an answer and said they were excited, and they kind of walked around my question. But
why do you think that is? Why do you think they don't want to talk about it? Wouldn't you think they'd be together?
See, that's what I thought, and that's why I'm thinking maybe there's something that I didn't get to dig into.
Affects them, kind of thing.
It could be, and I'm not in the position to be able to say whether or not something's going on. So I just thought that was kind of an interesting thing, and being journalism students, when we go out and do our stories, it's always interesting when we're in situations where we have to make ethical choices on whether or not I was going to ask something about that on camera, and whether or not I was going to do something like that. So.
That's crazy. That, for sure, just looks a little suspicious, if anything, that they wouldn't want to talk about it. But whatever. Whatever they want. Coming up, I take you for a look inside a place made entirely of salt. You won't want to miss this.
used to have to do things, bad things, just to get by.
I was scared to come home sometimes. The gang knew where I lived.
Mommy said she couldn't afford it, but I want to be a singer when I grow up. I like singing.
I'm not afraid anymore. My life has changed.
My dreams are coming true.
I realize now that my world is so much bigger.
Thanks for staying with us. This week I was able to check out a place that's helpful for people with breathing problems or skin conditions. Let's take a peek inside the salt room. Rather than ingesting salt, you can now relax in rooms made of it. People are breathing in misty salt vapors in hopes of purifying the skin and clearing their lungs. The treatment, known as halotherapy, or salt therapy, has been around for hundreds of years, but it's just now making its way to the United States.
It's 200 years old therapy, in fact. Before, people used to have to travel to Poland, to Polish salt mines, and spend about a week or two inside the caves to get respiratory relief. Now that one's natural resource is actually available in the doorsteps of our urban community, and we don't have to buy tickets and travel to Poland anymore. In Europe, it's actually used as a very routine type of hygienic therapy for people who get seasonal allergies or who have asthma attacks. They just go and get the salt therapy several times a year and just never have to really use their inhalers and pop antibiotics. And
Halotherapy provides relief for respiratory and skin disorders such as allergies, asthma, and eczema due to the antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties found in the mineral. The rooms are designed to mimic natural salt caves found in Eastern Europe. The Salt Room Las Vegas offers a range of services for adults and children. For more information on halotherapy, you can visit thesaltroomlv.com. For more information on the Salt Room, visit thesaltroomlv.com. This was like so interesting for me to find because I had no idea about the health benefits of salt therapy. Normally I was just kind of into this stuff for like the meditation purposes. I kind of liked the mental aspect of just kind of like relaxing and calming down. And before I found out about the Salt Room, I have like Himalayan salt at my house. Like you can do everything with it. Like you put it in the bath and it's supposed to be like cleansing, and it's crazy. And then going to the Salt Room, and you're in the room and there's a giant hole in the wall with like ground up chunks of salt just like floating in the air, and you're inhaling it and you can feel it like go in your lungs. I don't know. It was a bizarre feeling, and I don't know if I felt like healthier afterwards, but like I said, I like the mental part for me. I don't know.
Okay, and then like how did you like learn about the Salt Room? Like when?
They opened Thanksgiving weekend, so they've only been here for a couple months. And like I said before, like I'm just kind of into that kind of stuff. Like I have Himalayan salt in my house, and I have got it from other places before I even knew about the Salt Room. So once I found out about it, somebody at my work told me, because they were like, okay, I was driving down the street and I saw this spa that's all salt, and I was like, no, this is cool. That's
like
what
need
I
to
want.
try it type of thing.
Is it something you guys would ever try? Like, or am I just like super weird for like being into like salt and rock therapy?
I would totally try it. I thought it was really interesting that they said that it helps with seasonal allergies, because I'm from Hawaii and I never had allergies before I moved here, so mine got really bad. So I gotta go there because that'd be interesting.
Yeah, and I like it because it's like Ava said in the package, it's an alternative to taking medication. And I mean, I'm all for Western medication, but sometimes like it's just finding natural solutions to things can just be better sometimes, I think. And I feel like this actually does help, whether it's just all in my head or it actually is making a difference.
Well, I like that it
feel
has like
better.
a lot of health benefits and everything. It seems like it would be like really beneficial to like just do it, like and try it.
Do you guys have any like home remedies that you do rather than taking like Benadryl or anything?
Have you ever, like, whenever you have, like, a stopped up nose, you put, like, a cloth on your nose and everything, like, of warm water and stuff like that? Like, I've done that, but that's, like, about, like, the most, like, home remedy that I can think of.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that they say there's no side effects, but there's this whole list of people that can't use it. Or shouldn't go, like, if you have cancer, it says you shouldn't do it. But there's no side effects, it doesn't make sense.
I don't know about that. Maybe because I'm not on the list of people that can't go. I mean, I should probably know more about that, but I mean, I haven't had an issue with it. So that is interesting though that it says there's no side effects, so
yeah.
So what was it like for you, like going into the salt room?
It was honestly, it was so, like, it was chill for me because I was kind of like prepared for something a little bit weird and different. And it for sure was like, it's just like salt everywhere. And it smells really strong, super strong. And it's like a spa. I mean, they do yoga with it. They do massages with it. They have it all over. And then they have like a children's room. And I guess like they've said the kids that are participating in halotherapy see quicker results. Like if their skin is irritated with eczema or whatever, they see their skin gets healed, or not necessarily healed, but less irritated quicker than adults. And I don't know why, but I think that's really interesting too. Like,
so as far as filming in the room, it looked like it was kind of dark. Your shots turned out great, and as far as filming, it seemed like it would be a difficult place to kind of lug a camera through. Was that?
Yeah, it was, and it was kind of limited for what I could film as far as B-roll goes. And again, it's a spa, so it's dimly lit, the entire place. And there was I couldn't go into the massage room because obviously like people are in there getting a massage. And then the other rooms that they have it was just kind of hard to just maneuver my camera in between. And then there are clients in there, so like you can't really bother them. So I just had to wait until things were clear, but it ended up working out fine. And it was dark, but I mean, I did the best that I could do with what I had, so.
Well, it was a really great story.
Thank you. Those were our top stories from this past week. Be sure to tune in next week to hear what's going on around the Valley. Thanks for joining us.